चैतन्य चरितामृत मध्य लीला 6.233 आजी से खंडिल तोमार देहादि बंधन आजी तुम्ही छिन्न कैले मायार बंधन. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking and he's saying that, telling Sarvabhauma that today you have overcome the bondage of material existence. Today you have given up your bondage to the body, and indeed you have given up your bondage to all illusion. How is that? दैवीये ईशा गुणमयी मम माया दुरत्यया मामेव ये प्रपद्यन्ते मायामेतां तरन्ति ते. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that in 7.14 that the illusions are created by the illusory energy which comprises of the modes, and these illusions are very difficult to give up, but they can be given up by surrender to Krishna. Mameva ye prapadyante, those who surrender to me, maya metam tarantite, they go beyond maya easily. Taranti, they float over maya, it is said. The point here is that we need to recognize that it is not for, it is the process of rejecting Maya is not the process of liberation. The essence of the process of liberation is connecting with Krishna. And the connection with Krishna is a matter of, is largely based on faith. If we have strong faith in Krishna, then we will maintain a strong connection with him. So, Sarvabhauma, he has exhibited here such a strong sense, such strong spontaneous faith in Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that this faith is your password out of material existence. It's the code that will enable you to get out of all illusion and all bondage. And that's why he's saying that now that you have got this faith, so you are liberated now. Or bandhan is gone. In khandila, chinna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uses strong words. Destroy, cut apart your bondage to the body, and now misidentification of the body or bondage to the body is the fundamental illusion in material existence. But along with that, there can be many other types of illusions also. And all those illusions have gone now. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying because you have developed spontaneous faith in Krishna. So faith is our password out of material existence. And faith comes by our choice as well as by Krishna's mercy. And when the faith is there, it's such a precious treasure that we need to preserve it. Now the important thing to recognize is that faith is not something that we can just hold in the bank. And sometimes a person gets somebody gets $1 million lottery, and say that person takes that $1 million and then puts it in a fixed deposit, and then the person will stay lifelong a millionaire, and the person will also get some interest, by which if it's a good investment, that person might get an interest enough to maintain a basic lifestyle also. Say if it's not million, it's $1 billion, then certainly the interest will be enough to live comfortably. Now faith, it's not like that we get faith and then we can put in some safe deposit somewhere and then live off the interest of the faith. No, actually our faith can be, there's no fixed deposit in which we can safely put away the faith. Yes, the faith is in our heart, but our heart is constantly connected with the world, and the world's ups and downs definitely affect our faith. So either the choices that we make, they will enhance our faith, or the choices that we make that will weaken our faith. Of course, we may say that actually it's not so much my choices, it is the events that happened in my life. Now I devoted myself to Krishna, and I experienced such ecstasy. I experienced such enlightenment. Mm, I had such a wonderful devotee friends, and my faith seemed so strong that I felt as if I could scale mountains and fly through the sky with the faith. But then things went wrong. I saw that there was politics in the institution. I saw that when I was in trouble, Krishna didn't help me. Even devotees didn't come to help me. And because of that, now I don't have faith. So my faith is gone. Not faith has become weak, not because of my choices, but because of events in the world. Yes, the events in the world may have been stimuli, but actually our faith depends on our choices ultimately. Even if things go wrong in life, at that time it's up to us how we respond to the wrongs that life hands out to us. That is up to us. And if we respond properly, then our faith won't decrease, rather our faith will increase. Because we will find that yes, it may happen that whatever events happen in the external world because of which uh, our faith is challenged, Krishna is always there in our heart, and Krishna shelter, the shelter, the comfort, the warmth, the relief, the strength that comes in remembering Him is something which is always available to us, no matter what happens in life, no matter what happens in the world. That inner shelter is a privilege that no one can take away from us. And because of that, what we need to recognize is that we always have the opportunity to turn towards Krishna and stay connected with Him. So even when situations come which challenge our faith, which threaten our faith, if we at that time turn to those activities that strengthen our faith, not to those activities that weaken our faith. If when we face problems, if we do the activities that give us experience of Krishna, then our faith will become again rejuvenated. But if we start associating with non-devotees and say start searching on the net about all say controversies about Krishna or ISKCON or whatever, then naturally that will damage our faith. So there's no doubt that there are problems even in Krishna's movement. There's no doubt that devotees around us in general are not pure devotees. So they may also let us down. But Krishna is in our heart and He never lets us down. Rather, He lets the rope down to lift us up. He will give us experience of His sweetness if we just turn to Him with patience and with resilience. Patience means we go on with it, and resilience means even if we are knocked down, sometimes we rise and keep moving onwards again. So the point is that faith is not something which we can just lock up in a bank and keep it safe. Faith is something which, yes, it is in our heart and it is going to be affected by the ups and downs of life, and that's why we need to constantly, intelligently choose how we act. Only when we learn to act properly will we be able to move onwards through life, not only protecting but enhancing our faith. So Sarvabhauma has got such faith, and that faith, with this level of faith, at present he is liberated. And if he continues living with this level of faith, enhancing that faith by his choices, then liberation eventually from material existence is just a formality that will happen in due course of time. Thank you.